Words Unchained. In the heart of a bustling city, amidst the clamor of life, there lived a novelist named Samuel Mitchell. He was a man of words, weaving stories that resonated with the souls of his readers. His novels had touched the hearts of many, becoming bestsellers and classics. But success had become a double-edged sword for him. As he sat at his desk in a luxurious penthouse apartment, he grappled with the weight of his own reputation. 1. The Abyss. Samuel Mitchell stared at the blank page on his computer screen, feeling an emptiness deep within him. He had spent days, even weeks, in the same situation. Writer's block had become a formidable adversary. He had tried everything, from changing his writing space to seeking inspiration in the bustling city below, but the words remained elusive. One evening, as Samuel gazed out of his window, a sudden storm enveloped the city. Thunder rumbled, and rain splattered against the glass. The storm was a reflection of his internal turmoil. He closed his laptop with frustration and poured a glass of wine, sipping it as he recalled the time when writing was effortless, a labor of love rather than a struggle. In an attempt to escape his writer's block, Samuel ventured out into the city. As he walked through the wet streets, he encountered a homeless man sitting on a cardboard mat, clutching a tattered notebook. The man's clothes were ragged, and his eyes held stories of their own. Samuel felt a strange connection with him, as if fate had brought them together. Samuel sat down next to the homeless man, whose name was Michael. They began to talk, and Michael shared his life story. He had once been a writer too, a promising one, but life's hardships had stripped him of his dreams. Samuel realized that Michael's story was a reflection of his own fears. The writer's block was not just a creative hurdle, it was a manifestation of the fear of failure. 2. Words from the Street. In the days that followed, Samuel continued to visit Michael, and they exchanged stories. Samuel began to find solace in their conversations, as if the homeless man's words were a lifeline in the tempest of his creative drought. He also learned that Michael had once written a beautiful novel, which was lost in the chaos of his life. Inspired by Michael's resilience, Samuel decided to help him rediscover his lost manuscript. They embarked on a journey to retrace the steps of Michael's past, searching for the elusive manuscript that held the key to his redemption. As they delved into the forgotten corners of the city, they encountered challenges and hardships, but their determination never wavered. After months of relentless searching, they finally found the lost manuscript hidden in an abandoned building. Michael's eyes welled with tears as he held the manuscript in his trembling hands. Samuel could feel the weight of his own struggles lift as he witnessed Michael's triumph over his own past. With Michael's manuscript recovered, Samuel encouraged him to publish it. As the book found its way into the world, it received critical acclaim and touched the hearts of many readers. Samuel was moved by the power of words to heal and inspire. His own writer's block had gradually begun to loosen its grip. One day, as Samuel sat at his desk, he began to write. The words flowed like a river, and he felt an overwhelming sense of liberation. The story he wrote was not just a story, it was his journey, his struggle, and his triumph over writer's block. The novel was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a story of redemption and renewal. 3. Epilogue, Words Unchained. Samuel's novel, titled Words Unchained, became a bestseller. It was a story not only of his own struggle but of the homeless writer, Michael, whose life had become intertwined with his. The book touched the hearts of readers around the world, inspiring them to overcome their own obstacles and find the strength within. Samuel Mitchell had found his muse in the unlikeliest of places, in the eyes of a stranger who had once been a writer but had lost his way. In helping Michael, Samuel had rediscovered his own voice and the true meaning of storytelling. The city that had once seemed like a prison now felt like a source of endless inspiration. In the end, Words Unchained was more than just a novel. It was a testament to the power of resilience, the beauty of second chances, and the profound connection that can be forged through the written word. Samuel Mitchell had overcome his writer's block, and in doing so, he had not only found his own story but had helped another find his own tale within the chaos of life. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. The Muse Within. It was a bleak morning in the small, cluttered apartment of Robert Marlowe, an aspiring novelist. The room was filled with the scent of coffee, half-drunk cups scattered across the table. Papers and notebooks lay in disarray, with half-formed sentences and ideas scribbled on each page. Robert had been struggling with writer's block for what seemed like an eternity. The cursor on his laptop blinked mockingly on an empty document, daring him to fill it with words. Robert had always been a passionate writer, driven by the desire to create stories that could touch the hearts of his readers. However, lately, his muse had been elusive, and he felt like he was trapped in a creative desert, with no oasis in sight. He had tried everything to break through his writer's block, writing prompts, inspirational quotes, walks in the park, and even consulting self-help books. But nothing seemed to work. Every day, Robert sat at his desk, staring at the blank page, trying to coax his ideas into existence. He felt like he was fighting a losing battle, and his self-doubt grew with each passing day. Friends and family encouraged him to keep going, but they didn't understand the depth of his struggle. His creativity had become a locked door, and he had misplaced the key. One afternoon, as the sun cast long shadows through his window, Robert decided he needed a break. He grabbed his jacket and headed to the local park. The autumn leaves crunched beneath his feet, and the cool breeze provided a momentary respite from his creative turmoil. He sat on a bench, watching children play and dogs chase after frisbees, and he envied their carefree existence. As Robert observed the world around him, a middle-aged woman caught his eye. She sat alone on another bench, engrossed in a book. Her eyes sparkled with the intensity of her reading, and her fingers turned the pages with excitement. Robert couldn't help but wonder what could hold her attention so completely in a world where he struggled to capture even a fleeting idea. A gust of wind blew, and one of the woman's loose pages flew away. Robert rushed over to help her, and as he handed her the stray paper, he couldn't resist asking, "Excuse me, but I couldn't help but notice how absorbed you are in your book. What are you reading?" The woman looked up and smiled warmly. "I'm reading The Enigma of Inspiration by Emily Mitchell. It's a collection of essays and stories about how some of the greatest writers in history overcame their creative struggles. It's quite inspiring. Robert's interest was piqued. He decided to strike up a conversation with this stranger who seemed to have found a solution to the very problem that had been plaguing him for so long. They talked for hours about the book, their favorite authors, and their shared love for literature. As the sun began to set, the woman introduced herself as Susan, a freelance writer with a wealth of experience in the industry. Robert couldn't help but admire her passion and determination. She seemed to exude the very essence of creativity that he had been yearning for. Before they parted ways, Susan handed Robert a copy of The Enigma of Inspiration and said, "This book has helped me through some tough times as a writer. Maybe it can do the same for you." Robert thanked her profusely and headed back to his apartment. That night, he cracked open the book and began to read. The stories and essays about famous authors and their struggles resonated with him deeply. It was as if each page of the book was a beacon of hope, guiding him through the darkness of his writer's block. Over the next few weeks, Robert immersed himself in the book, drawing inspiration from the tales of writers who had faced and conquered the very same demons that haunted him. He learned about their rituals, their routines, and their relentless pursuit of the elusive muse. He discovered that the path to creativity was often filled with obstacles, self-doubt, and rejections, but the key was perseverance. Robert began to adapt some of the techniques he had read about. He established a writing routine, waking up at the crack of dawn, pouring a fresh cup of coffee, and sitting at his desk, ready to face the blank page. He embraced his failures as opportunities for growth and started sending his work out for publication, just as the writers in the book had done. Slowly but surely, Robert's writer's block began to crumble. Words flowed more easily from his mind to his keyboard, and his once barren imagination started to bloom with ideas. He felt a renewed sense of purpose, and his passion for writing was rekindled. Robert didn't just stop at reading The Enigma of Inspiration. He reached out to Susan again and formed a mentorship relationship with her. She provided valuable feedback on his work, offered guidance on navigating the publishing world, and became a source of unwavering support. As the months passed, Robert started to see his writing improve. He sent out queries to literary agents, received rejection letters, but never lost hope. He revised his manuscripts, attended writing workshops, and joined a local writers' group. He even managed to secure a small publishing deal for his first novel. With each rejection he faced, with each late night spent honing his craft, Robert's determination grew stronger. He was living the stories of the authors in the book, and he realized that the struggle was an essential part of the creative journey. It was the crucible that turned his raw ideas into refined prose. And then came the day when he received the email he had been waiting for. It was an acceptance letter from a prestigious publishing house. His novel was going to be published, and his dream of becoming a successful writer was becoming a reality. Robert couldn't contain his excitement, and he called Susan immediately to share the news. Susan's voice crackled with pride and joy as she congratulated him. "I always knew you had it in you, Robert. I saw the spark in your eyes the day we met at the park. You've come a long way, and I'm so proud of you." Robert's debut novel was a hit, garnering critical acclaim and finding its way into the hands of readers all over the world. He continued to write and publish, each new work building on the last. He never forgot the struggle that had once held him captive and used it as a source of motivation and inspiration. Years passed, and Robert Marlowe became a celebrated author, known for his ability to capture the depths of human emotion and the beauty of the written word. He had conquered his writer's block, but he knew that the struggle was an essential part of his journey. He had discovered that creativity was not a finite well but a bottomless spring that could be tapped into with persistence and passion. The muse within had been with him all along, waiting to be awakened. It wasn't a fleeting presence that would come and go but a permanent resident in his soul. Robert had found the key to unlock his creativity, and he was determined never to let it slip away again. In the end, the story of Robert Marlowe was one of struggle, motivation, and inspiration. It was a testament to the power of perseverance and the belief that even in the darkest moments, the light of creativity could shine through. And as long as there were stories to tell and words to write, Robert would continue to share the magic of the written word with the world, never forgetting the day he met a stranger in a park who had shown him the way. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Uncharted Horizons. In a bustling metropolis, amidst the ceaseless hum of life's relentless pursuit, lived a young woman named Maya. She was the embodiment of aspirations and dreams, a modern-day pioneer in a world of boundless possibilities. This is the story of her relentless pursuit of a destiny far greater than her humble beginnings. It is a story of struggle, motivation, and inspiration. The starting line. Maya had always felt like an outlier. Growing up in a modest neighborhood, she found solace in books and spent hours immersed in far-off adventures and tales of remarkable individuals. Her parents, hardworking and pragmatic, expected her to follow a conventional path. But Maya's heart yearned for something more, something beyond the boundaries of her world. As she neared the end of her high school years, Maya decided it was time to defy the expectations placed upon her. With a heart full of dreams and a backpack filled with determination, she set off to the big city, eager to carve her own path. Life in the city was a whirlwind of chaos and opportunities. Maya took on a multitude of part-time jobs to make ends meet, from waiting tables to cleaning offices. The hours were long, and the pay was meager, but she persisted. Day by day, she saved every penny and every moment she could spare to invest in her true passion, writing. In a cramped apartment shared with 3 roommates, Maya would burn the midnight oil, crafting stories and characters that sprang from her vivid imagination. She wrote for her soul's contentment, for the dreams she refused to relinquish. The first break. Maya's relentless dedication paid off when her first short story was accepted by a local magazine. The excitement of seeing her words in print was a moment she'd cherish forever. This small success spurred her on, igniting a fire that burned brighter with each passing day. As her work gained recognition, she decided to attend writing workshops and conferences. It was there that she met Zoe, a successful author who saw potential in Maya's work. Zoe became her mentor, guiding her through the complexities of the publishing world. Yet, the path to success was far from straightforward. Rejections and criticism poured in, threatening to extinguish the fire of Maya's dreams. She faced financial hardships, self-doubt, and personal loss. But at her lowest points, she drew strength from her unwavering determination and the belief that her story was worth telling. As the years passed, Maya continued to hone her craft. She published her first novel, which received critical acclaim but modest sales. The frustration of toiling away in obscurity weighed heavily on her, but her resilience remained unbroken. She drew inspiration from the stories of those who had triumphed against all odds and turned her focus toward her next project. Maya's life took a significant turn when her second novel, Uncharted Horizons, caught the attention of a prominent literary agent. This agent believed in the power of Maya's storytelling and inked a deal that would change her life. The advance from the book deal brought financial stability, allowing Maya to leave her part-time jobs and focus solely on her writing. The journey was still an uphill climb, but with each passing milestone, Maya's resolve grew stronger. Her books reached a global audience, and she became a best-selling author. Maya was no longer the struggling young woman from a modest background. She was a beacon of inspiration for countless others chasing their dreams. Paying it forward. As Maya's success continued to soar, she never forgot the struggles she had faced on her path to fulfillment. She dedicated her time and resources to helping aspiring writers, conducting workshops, and providing scholarships to those in need. She was determined to be the guiding light for others who, like her, sought to overcome adversity and reach their own uncharted horizons. Maya's story became an inspiration to many, not just for her achievements but for her unwavering spirit and commitment to her dreams. She traveled the world, giving motivational speeches and participating in charitable causes. Her life was a testament to the extraordinary heights one could reach with unyielding determination. As the years rolled on, Maya's influence continued to grow. Her books touched the hearts of millions, her actions improved the lives of countless individuals, and her story remained a symbol of hope in a world where dreams often seemed elusive. Maya's legacy was not just about her success, it was about the impact she had on others. Her journey, from the humblest of beginnings to the grandest of stages, exemplified the extraordinary potential that resides within every individual. Maya's life was a story of struggle, motivation, and inspiration. She never forgot the struggles that had once defined her life. With each book she penned, each life she touched, and each dream she ignited, she proved that the human spirit was capable of transcending boundaries, and that one could find their way to uncharted horizons, no matter how improbable the journey may seem. Maya's story was a reminder that, in the grand tapestry of life, every individual possessed the potential to be a beacon of inspiration and a source of strength for others. The modern take on the classic, coming-of-age story was a testament to the indomitable power of the human spirit, the eternal pursuit of dreams, and the endless horizons that awaited those who dared to chase them. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button to learn English through watching these kinds of interesting stories daily. Please click on the screen on any video showing on your screen to watch it next. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video till the end.